Hello there, and welcome to Ruining My Childhood, the channel where I rewatch the animated movies I loved growing up and pray that I don't have to send little me to movie taste rehab. Today, I'm doing something a little different. A quick dive into the official RMC tier list so you'll know how a movie ends up where it does. That way, the next time you wonder why your childhood fave is sitting in nostalgia glasses required or childhood ruined, you can come back here for answers. Side note, all verdicts are final, entirely based on my opinion, and if you disagree, feel free to sound off in the comments. And if you really hate a placement, you can argue with the wall. It'll listen longer than I will. Let's get into it. First up, formative cinema. A disclaimer, these movies may or may not be masterpieces. They may not be entirely flawless or Oscar-worthy films, but for me, these movies check every box. They're the ones that shaped how I think about stories and animation, the movies that I can watch repeatedly without losing the feelings I had for it as a kid, whether it's from emotional impact or just straight up enjoyment. If there are songs in the movie, they've made it to my Spotify playlist and have lived rent-free in my mind for decades. Formative cinema is where childhood nostalgia flourishes into something I hold dear as an adult. These movies are still amazing, no matter how many years have passed. If you disagree, this is where the wall comes in. Next up, we millennials were right. These are the movies that may or may not have gotten universal acclaim, but we millennials always knew they had something special. But they don't just hold up. They persevere. Yeah, there may be some cringy moments as an adult or laughable scenarios, but they're still good, even great. Watching these again confirms, yeah, I was right to love this movie. And anyone who doesn't, you're entitled to your wrong opinion. Then, there still holds up. These movies still deliver solid entertainment. They're enjoyable, engaging, and worth revisiting beyond just the nostalgia factor. Nothing groundbreaking, but no real disappointments either. And I can sleep well at night knowing little me didn't let me down. Nostalgia glasses required is for movies where the magic is more in the memory than in the actual film. These movies have flaws, a lot of them, and their jagged edges cut nostalgia in half. But there's still enough charm or chaotic entertainment that keeps them from falling into the abyss. Try to remember the good parts and put on your rose-colored nostalgia glasses, because you'll need them for these movies. And finally, the dreaded childhood ruin tier. These are the movies that don't just fall short, they crush the inner child in me. They're the ones that disappoint so deeply that they can leave me angry. Angry that I wasted time rewatching them. Angry that I shattered a good memory I had carefully preserved for years for content. These films are filled with plot holes, cringeworthy moments, or just plain old bad storytelling. If a movie makes me shout at the screen, question every childhood belief I held, or regret making this channel, it's here. This is the tier where childhood nostalgia goes to die, with no funeral pyre in sight. I've grown to hate these films and resent their entire existence. That was the RMC tier list explained. I'll have another video coming soon that I think you'll like, and may leave you wondering how a movie so entrenched with dark themes ever made it as a kid's film. Thank you to all that have subscribed, liked, commented, and watched my last videos. Until then, try not to rewatch any movies that may ruin your childhood. That's my job. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all soon.